You are listening to the Daily Gospel Reflections with Sister Cloth. This podcast is brought to you by the Paulines Multimedia. It is our mission to bring the Word of God to all peoples through sounds and images, voices, and music. Come and join us as we share with you a thought a day. Today's Gospel is taken from St. John's account, chapter 15, verses 1 to 8. Jesus said to his disciples, "I am the true vine, and my Father is the vine grower. He removes every branch in me that bears no fruit. Every branch that bears fruit, he prunes to make it bear more fruit. You have already been cleansed by the word that I have spoken to you. Abide in me as I abide in you. Just as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches. Those who abide in me and I in them bear much fruit, because apart from me, you can do nothing. Whoever does not abide in me is thrown away like a branch and withers. Such branches are gathered, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask for whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. My Father is glorified by this, that you bear much fruit and become my disciples." Peace and joy once again. We are familiar with today's parable of the vine and the branches. Jesus says he is the true vine and the Father is the vine grower. And for the branch to bear more good fruits, the Father prunes it. We know a little about how pruning is done. The vine dresser cuts the damaged or diseased branch neatly without leaving a thick tail end, because according to one expert in pruning grapevines, that will invite bugs and diseases. Then Jesus says further that he is the vine and we are the branches, that we need to keep hanging on to him for us to bear much fruit. That means time and again, we have to be pruned. Ouch! Yes, we have to be pruned. Otherwise, we will not bear fruit and will be cut off entirely from the vine. In other words, we will be disconnected from Jesus. Again, what did he say? Whoever does not abide in me is thrown away like a branch and withers. Such branches are gathered, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask for whatever you wish, and it will be done for you. Have you experienced being pruned at some point in time in the past? It may have been through a share of hard knocks, like an unexpected death of the breadwinner in the family, a stroke of bad luck as an OFW, financial problems, difficulty adjusting with coworkers, and many more ways of pruning. I'm sure that there was so much pain, distress, and discomfort, and probably you must have felt as if a huge part of you was cut down, and letting go was not that easy. But how did it affect you personally? Did you blame God? Did you feel like not wanting to call on him again because he was not there when you needed him most? If you were to ask me, I believe there is always a good reason for our spiritual growth for every twist and turn. So we need to wait on God and keep hanging on to Jesus instead of turning our back on him. Be with us again tomorrow as we share with you a thought a day. Meanwhile, you can follow us and listen to other Apple and Google podcasts on Spotify, produced by Paulines Multimedia. Have a good day.